Hi guys, Kaza here. Welcome back. We're back with more Men of Yoshiwara Ohgiya. Back with Utsusemi doing his extra chapter, which is sequel, Vids, and gallery. And I hope you totally get something super cute and adorable. I really want to see what's happening in the sequel. I can't wait. Anyway, let's get going and find out what happens. The long ride. I became the head of the household, and Utsusemi joined the Kitsune family. Ooh! This is after the super happy ending. Unless later in happy ending eventually happens. Just takes longer. The days following were busy with visitors and various legal business. But at last, things settled down. One day, after Utsusemi and I had headed to bed early. So, have you lived in this house since you were little? Utsusemi asked me a question unexpectedly. Why? Because I was raised in the pleasure quarters, you know? As a kid, I always wondered what the people outside the district did for fun. Oh, that's right. I used to play in the cliffs near the edge of the island, but Musashi's mother would always scold me afterwards. Huh, that's surprising. I didn't realize you were so adventurous. Utsusemi beside me in the futon laughed out loud. You know, this one thing that's been bugging me. Every time we make it to an ending, I still have the same bed, and I'm like, so we share a tiny itty bitty little bed? That's just me. Anyway, what's wrong with that? It's not like I'm some secluded noblewoman, but you're a young lady from a good family. Could you really have been doing something so dangerous? But the flowers bloomed on that cliff during the season. It was so pretty. As a kid, in my mind, I just had to go see them. Flowers, huh? Utsusemi murmured, turning over in bed. Then softly embraced me. He quietly laughed into my ear. My already hot skin started to burn with warmth. It sounds really beautiful. I'd like to go see them too. It's not that interesting. That's okay. I still want to see these flowers, but you were so fascinated with. Oh, yeah, and tomorrow's the weekend anyway. Let's go. Well, I guess I haven't gone and done anything fun lately, right? Yeah, you have done something fun. You got married to your guy and had lots of fun, like almost every night, I'm sure. Like every night when you visit, you had fun. And you say you don't have fun? What? How's that not fun? Okay, I'm okay. I'm good. Utsusemi spoke happily and brushed my cheek with his fingertips. Those fingers, unused to hard labor, were covered with scratches. Utsusemi really been working hard for the household ever since marrying into the family. I nuzzled my face into that beloved hand and looked at his face. If you want to go, then we'll go. You deserve a break after working so hard. You've cut your hands up like this. Well, I see when you have a household full of surprises. Are you teasing me? Of course not. I just remembered again how much I love you. He kissed my fingertips. We looked at each other and smiled. And then I took his hand and kissed it too. My heart was filled with peace. I can't wait. Me neither. I slowly closed my eyes and wrapped in those warm arms. A familiar scenery appeared in my mind's eye. What would the man I love think when he saw my old favorite place? Those thoughts went through my mind as I drifted into a gentle sleep. The next day, we woke up early and had a light breakfast. After I got ready for our excursion and stepped outside the house, Utsusemi, what's that? What? We're going far away, aren't we? For some reason, Utsusemi was already outside harnessing a horse. He stopped his preparations and stood up. Where the heck did you find a horse? You said you were impressed with my horseback archery, right? So I thought maybe we could ride together. Huh? You don't seem very excited. You don't want to? Horses are for carrying heavy things, not for riding. You are a heavy thing. Well, if you ride together, you'll be a heavy thing. I don't even know if I can ride one. At first, Utsusemi looked at me, dumbfounded. That's his dumbfounded face. Got it. But after a few seconds, he held his stomach and laughed out loud. What's so funny? Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. It's just such a sheltered rich girl thing to say that horses aren't meant for riding. Hey, was it really that funny? I'm a little scared. It may not have been anything at all for Utsusemi to ride a horse, but naturally, I had never ridden one before in my life. I went up to the horse and timidly held up my hand. No, don't do that, Kaze. Huh? Utsemi's hand suddenly shut out just as the horse gave a loud neigh and kicked its legs. Whoa! It's a good thing I noticed. It's dangerous to approach a horse from behind. They might not like it, and they're easily startled animals. Really? Yeah, that's why they're difficult to really ride well. But once you connect with them, they almost become part of you and will obey your hand. I had no idea. My stomach lurched when I realized I had been this close to being kicked in the head. And there ended our story. When I reached out my hand in front of the horse like Utsusemi told me, it gave my hand a friendly nuzzle. He's really sweet. Yeah, that's proof of how well your family takes care of him. Now then, let's ride. Oh, it's my horse? Or, I'm sorry, the family's horse? Where the heck do we keep the horse? I don't see a place. Utsumi put his foot in the stirrup and very easily mounted the horse. Despite the horse being as tall as he was, he leapt up nimbly. He made that look easy, but, what about me? As I stood there confused, Utsumi offered his hand from upon the horse. Take my hand. When you put your foot in the stirrup, I'll pull you up. Are you sure? I won't scare him again? He'll be fine. I know you can do it. Okay. When I put my foot in the stirrup like he said, my body was yanked upwards. I shut my eyes, feeling like I was floating. But the next moment, I was in his arms. I felt his chest on my back. My heart started to beat faster from the warmth and the height. Okay, here we go. Wait, so he's driving? Do we even know does he know where we're going? Utsumi gave the horse a light kick, and the horse slowly began to run. I think to be cantering, then running. The familiar scene, the sky, the people, all flew by in a blur. I felt as if we were leaving the past behind, flying toward an unknown future. Wow, Utsumi, the houses look so small. I'm going really fast. Ready? Hold on to the reins. Okay. The wind blew through us, but I wasn't the least bit afraid. The man I love was right behind me. As his hands gripped the reins on either side of my body, it felt a bit like an embrace. I felt uplifted all the way to the cliff. Oh, this cliff. Okay, I know this cliff. When we arrived at our destination, we heard a noon bell from the faraway town. That really was amazing, going so fast. So that's what the world looked like when you were doing your archery. You're certainly in a good mood. That's the first time I've done anything like that. My heart was still racing, unable to settle down. My spirits was as high as the sky, and I felt like I could do anything. Caught up in the moment, I flopped down onto a bed of flowers. Utsumi, who had stopped the horse, came over to me looking troubled. Come on, Kaze. Miss Misie would cry if she saw you like this. Who? Or rather, she probably whipped me. Oh, right, my mother. Okay, I'm like, who? Who's this? You're right, but this is just too much fun. I feel like I'm a kid again, you know? I looked at the flowers, feeling a sense of nostalgia. Rapaseed flowers spread all on the cliff as far as the eye could see. Utsumi looked out over my beloved scenery. This is a very nice place. But I'm so hungry, I'd soon just make a salad of these flowers. Just look at them. Seriously? You're so funny. It's so like you to say. Just then, his stomach let out a huge growl. Oh, what a gross sound. I can't help it. I told you, I'm really hungry. Her laughter rose to the blue sky, filled with fluttering skylarks. It was a cheerful laughter befitting of the lovely spring day. We ate our lunches we had brought from home. Then the two of us lay down in the rapa seed flowers. The sky looks so big. Somebody spoke from beside me as I lay picking flowers. You think so? Maybe because there are no clouds today. Yeah. It really is a special feeling lying here looking up the sky out here. Free. There's no walls or annoying rules out here. Oh, now I see what you meant. His words made me still my hands. Semi then smiled a blissful smile and then took my hand, along with the flowers still in my grasp. I got to come see the flowers you said were pretty too. I think this is the happiest I've ever been. He hung me close and looked at the rapa seed flowers with a smile. When I was in Yoshiwara, I thought cherry blossoms were the prettiest flower. But hearing how much you like these rapa seed flowers, I feel like they're not bad either. Yeah, and these flowers are bright as the sun. Kind of like you. Me? Like a rapa flower? Not bad. You can eat stems if you're hungry, and you can get away from the seeds. All you're thinking about since we've been here is food. I can't help it. Back in Yoshiwara, aside from training, eating was the only thing I did for fun. Still, it's just funny. Caught up in my amusement, I couldn't stop laughing. Okay, then. I'll just have to taste this too. Huh? A shadow fell over my face, and the next thing I knew, Utsemi's face was right in front of mine. Utsemi? My favorite thing to eat isn't any food. It's you. You don't mind, do you? I turned away, feeling shy as he whispered in my ear. I could feel the strong scent of grass. His long fingers trailed up my arms and lifted my chin, and then he kissed me. Seriously, you're an impossible man. But I'm the impossible man that you fell in love with, right? Of course. I love you, Utsemi. Our lips parted once, then came together again. His fingers opened the collar on my chest, and he touched his lips to the marks left from last night's love. And as we acted out our feelings of love for one another, Kaze, Utsemi, we looked into each other's eyes, reaching the depths of our hearts. I want to come here again next year. Then let's make it a promise. Should we kiss? To make it official? Yes, a promise sealed with a kiss. And so we kissed among the flowers, swearing our oath. With that kiss, I knew we would continue on the path we were on. I knew without a doubt we would move forward together, making new memories along the way. As if the taste of the sentimental promise was a sign, our bodies grew hot from our quiet liaison. Well, that was cute. I liked it. And thankfully we didn't get our head bashed in by a horse. I'd be like, yeah, best sequel ever. I got hurt badly. I've been on. Alright, let's move on to the date scenario. I wonder what kind of date. Bow and ghost. Alright. So we had a ghost in the last chapter, now we're having a bow, now it's a bow and a ghost. Bow ghost. Ghosty bow. Sorry. Let's go. So let's see, this takes place sometime after we got married, so probably after Super Happy Ending. Interesting. Usually the date scenarios are before they got married, you know? If you guys recall. So let's see, anyway. Several days had passed since I had made my marriage with Utsusemi public. We went to a temple to exchange our vows again. It doesn't look like Utsemi is here yet. Are we too early? Oh well. I sighed and looked toward the crowded grounds. Come to think of it. What is it? As I looked at a pile of gravel, a memory came to me. I was just remembering last time we were here was when we saw him do horseback archery. Yes, he was very good. What about it? Just Musashi asked. I'm sorry, were you waiting long? An out of breath Utsemi appeared from out of the crowd. We made our marriage public, so I'm assuming you're right in my house? He's moved in, so why don't we all just come here together? He had a generous smile on his face, his cheeks flushed. Did you run all the way here? Yes, I saw you and Musashi when I got to the shrine, so I pushed my way through all these people in one go. I want to talk to you as soon as possible. Oh, thank you? I'm serious. He struck his chest with his fist with a manly smile. What? Do you not believe me? No, it's just seeing you now reminds me of the last time you were here. I was talking with Musashi about the horseback archery you did here. Oh, right. I remember too. I'd love to see that again, but it looks like they're not doing it today. Well, it's a religious ritual, so they don't just do it whenever they feel like it. But there are all sorts of things at the festival. Let's have a look around. Oh, we're at didn't say it was a festival and just assumed you were here for paying respects. And now there's a festival. Okay. Good idea. Why is Musashi here, then? In that case, Utsusemi held out his hand. When we looked back at Musashi, he pulled his hand back. Utsusemi? Sorry, I just thought we should hold hands like husband and wife. But it'd probably be rude to give my hand to Musashi's precious lady in front of him. No, I don't mind at all. Musashi looked at us and took a step back. Let's go. Okay. For some reason, my face suddenly felt hot. Trying to ignore it, I walked around the shrine grounds at Utsemi's side. In the midst of a dozen of food stalls, there was a place where people were shooting bows and arrows. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the whole Musashi. You're special to Musashi. I can't hold hands. Your husband, what? He's forever bodyguard, who I want a chapter with, but can't get one. Is that a target practice game? You interested? You use a toy bow to knock down prizes. Oh, I know. Kaze, do you see anything you want? I looked at the lineup of prizes as people amuse themselves with the games. My fox mask is interesting. I pointed at the mask and Utsusemi went up to the shopkeeper and picked up a bow. If I hit it, be sure to thank me. As Utsusemi pulled back the bowstring, his expression changed. His profile was awe-inspiring as his sharp, narrow eyes gracefully targeted the mask. As I was admiring him, the arrow he fired clearly hit the mask. Wow. Amazing. The monkey mask next to it fell too. What do they do when that happens? You get both of them, of course. That's what happens when you get me to play for you. He gleefully picked up the fallen mask, looking confident. Hey, why don't you try it too, Musashi? Am I trying to invent a war or something here? This is like a double... No, it's not a double date. I can't think of it. It's not a blind date, because we're married. He's just the extra wheel, which is kind of weird. Me? Utsusemi made it look so easy. Maybe archery was simpler than I thought. So there's stuff Musashi into it, right? But... Damn, missed again. This is harder than I thought. Really, I guess Utsemi's just that good then. I'm confident in my skill when it comes to swordsmanship, but not archery, I suppose. You just have to get the hang of it. Still, that was amazing. Come on, don't praise me too much. You'll give me a big head. That's fine. Go ahead, get a big head if you want. Fine, you win. Come on, let's go look around in the other stands. Utsusemi grabbed my arm and started running as if to escape the conversation. His hand was warmer than I thought it would be. It looked like today's festival was going to be a lot of fun. As the three of us went to a variety of stalls, eventually the sun began to set. The sound of bells from the mountains, and Musashi raised his head. Miss, it's time to go. Aw, can we just go to one more stall? I suppose we have time for one more. In that case, I know just the place. I saved the best for last. What is it? Utsusemi gave an uncharacteristically menacing smirk, which made me curious. I followed Utsusemi and we ended up deep inside the shrine to a haunted mansion? It looks scary. You don't like scary things? I've just never been inside one. Oh, there's a first time for everything. I'll be waiting for you here. No fair, Musashi. How am I going to say I don't want to go? I stopped talking a moment too late. I basically just admitted I really was scared. As I thought when I looked over at Sammy let out a quick sigh. It's okay. I'll be with you the whole time. If you're scared, just squeeze my hand. Utsusemi wrapped his hand around mine. I'll definitely need to. Don't you dare let me go. I won't. Don't worry. So he said, but then what was that smirk on his face? I wasn't amused at being the only one who was afraid, even if he did feel nice to hold his hand. Okay, let's go, Kase. Okay. And so we left Musashi outside and stepped into the haunted mansion. A chilly air was flowing from somewhere in the gloomy hut. Supposedly the room was in Ohgiya, so I'm not sure why it's part of the shrine. Wait. Okay. But still a sticky humidity clung to my skin like on a summer's night. Utsusemi. Getting nervous, I clung to Utsemi's sleeve. I'm here, don't worry. He was composed as ever, a smile on his lips. The old floorboards creaked with a slight delay after each timid step I took. The sound, as if someone were following us, made me feel more and more scared. Just then, what felt a warm breath brush against my neck. Oh my god, Utsusemi! What's wrong? You look pale. Don't tell me, a ghost touched you? Don't be ridiculous. You never know. This is Yoshiwara after all. The souls of those who try to run from death or commit lover-suicide reside here. So stop joking around. Oh, could it really be? You are scared of ghosts. There's no way I'd be walking this close to you if I weren't scared. Usemi's eyes widened. Oh, I mean, that was just a figure of speech. Seeing me get flustered, Usemi let out a short chuckle, then gently put an arm around my shoulder. Are you less scared now? He quietly whispered words and a chill down my spine. He was right that it made me feel less scared, but I felt just as likely to have a heart attack for a completely different reason. Let us keep going. Alright, if you're sure. But we started to walk, and the further we got, the fewer paper lanterns lit our way. Some bushes, perhaps bought in from outside, cut off our path, and we could hardly see. Just then, a damp breeze settled into my hair. The momentary fright made me let go of Utsemi's hand. Utsusemi? I couldn't see him, as if I was surrounded by fog. After he told me again and again that he wouldn't let go, I was alone. Just that thought was enough to fill me with dread. I felt like the temperature had suddenly dropped. Hearing sounds coming from somewhere and looking behind me, there was nothing there. Just then, you're doomed. A moment after I heard a tearful voice. Someone grabbed my shoulders from behind and I quickly spun around. Standing behind me was a white ghost creature. I shrieked with terror. For some reason, there came a loud shriek from the apparition behind me. Wait, hold on. I know that voice. It's me, silly. Look, it's me, Utsusemi. Huh? What I had thought had been the ghost creature pulled away a mask and showed his face. When I looked closer, I saw the mask in his hands was a fox mask he'd worn me earlier. Then, that shriek earlier, who was that? It appears to have been this woman here, an employee who was supposed to be playing a ghost. Utsusemi pointed to the ghost figure lying on the floor. Apparently my scream and Utsemi's disguise had frightened her so much that she had fainted. Oh no! Once we picked up the fallen woman from the floor and brought her out of the mansion. Unbelievable! You said you'd come with me, and the whole time you just wanted to scare me. You're just so cute when you're scared. I didn't plan on doing it. You did too. I went in there because I trusted you. But thanks to me, you didn't have to get scared by any of the other ghosts in there. That's not the point. Come on, I'm sorry. I'm just messing around a little. You forgive me, right, Kaze? You really were so cute when you were scared. I'm not falling for that. Aw, when you mad, you spoil that lovely little face of yours. Oh, but if you know that, your usual calm face is pretty, of course. But I feel like there's a certain appeal to your angry face, too. Are you trying to make me even more angry? Of course not. But if you never forgive me, I might be so sad, but I come haunt you in your sleep. You most certainly will not. See me lose control and yelling, Semi's lips curled into an amused smile. Oh my god, you're trying to make me mad again. I knew it. That really is cute. Jeez, I give up. I turned away angrily, but he only kept happily laughing. But in the end, I couldn't stay mad at that bright laughter for long. Jeez, fine, I forgive you this time, but you better not ever do that again. I'll be sure to remember you said that. I walked ahead of Utsusemi as he replied flippantly, hurrying to where Musashi waited. But what would my stubborn bodyguard say when he saw this look on my face? I hid my flushed cheeks behind my hands. Oh, dear goodness. And you made a poor lady pass out. Oh my god, that's just so weird. It was cute, but that was kind of weird. Like, Musashi, you're on our date too. Come play with us too. I mean, it's nice that we invited him to play, but it's kind of also kind of awkward. Alright, guys, here's some more pictures. While we're doing this, I would like to remind you guys that you can vote on Lufna's chapters on who you want to see next over there. And since this is the last episode of Yoshiwara Ohgiya, I will be switching to something new soon. The question is what it may be. I am still kind of debating on Akoi, but you know, since there is a petition for the school life, I may do it. I don't know if I'll be able to do all the optional chapters, the ones you pay for. There's so much. It's just like a whole nother game. I'm not even kidding. It really is expensive. So I'm not sure if I'll do those. If I do that, I'm gonna get the PS3 one. So I need to figure out if I can do it or not. Or I could do the 3DS one, which is just smaller. And no sequel. So there's that. However, I may do Kikuya. I'm not really sure. What I'm gonna try and do, I don't know. I have so many games I want to do, and I want to keep at least 2 Otome games going at the same time, and another game. And you know what? I'm gonna put this on to the Sunday video because I'm gonna be rambling, and it's gonna take forever. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Just don't forget to vote in Lufna's videos. He has up from 1 to chapter 6 in his videos that you can vote on for the next person there, so we can keep going in that. And I will see you guys in the next update video. Bye for now. See you in the other videos. Bye.